This meeting was legally posted in accordance with the Texas Open Meeting Act. Board member Callie Pitcock is not in attendance at the moment. Let me remind everyone that items on the agenda are for discussion only. No action will be taking place at this meeting. Please join us in turning your phones to a silent mode. We didn't get any requests to address the board as in public comment as outlined in the meeting notice. And with that, we'll go directly to our consent agenda. And let me call Ms. Lisa Barbrick for budget amendments.
Good afternoon, President Irvin, board members, Dr. Trujillo. So we have quite a few budget amendments this afternoon. And the first one is dealing with a refiguring of our revenue and with an updated ADA numbers. And so we have an increase in what we are expecting for revenue for state funds, and then a little bit of a decrease in local taxes. So this budget amendment A is budgeting these funds and then putting them in the different areas. We do have an increase in our central appraisal district costs, so I'm increasing that budget. Also, when our revenues go up, so do our requirements to our special programs such as bilingual, CTE, GT expenses, so I'm increasing their budgets there. I'm also increasing the funds needed for bus purchases. So before, when I brought that budget amendment to you for bus, I was using an old estimate, as well as just buses have gone up. So in order to honor that, we were going to give him 5 buses, a black bus and a mini bus. This gets us up to so he can get all of those. Increase in our Education Foundation additional salaries for additional duties that she is doing in relation to that position. We also received what's called a JET grant, Jobs and Education for Texans grant, and it requires a 5% match. So that is what the $7,015 is our contribution to that grant. And then I am allowing the remaining $825,761 to drop into fund balance, which sort of reimburses for a little bit of what we've already pulled out. Item B, transfer funds for TGR professional development. They've requested $2,000 to be moved into their professional development account. Budget Amendment C, transfer funds from Function 53 to 81 for the recabling project. This money was from ESSER savings. We're just putting it in the proper fund. We put it in Function 53 instead of 81. Item D, budget funds received from the sale of vehicles to cover overages paid for the police vehicles. So that's part of when we purchase new vehicles and we sell our old vehicles, those funds are used for when we have an overage in particular vehicles. So when I'm estimating at the beginning of the year, I say it's $45,000 per vehicle. Well, some are going to be under, some are going to be over, and the sale of the old vehicles helps to cover those costs. And our police vehicles, our 2 police vehicles came in $11,297 higher. Item E, budget funds donated to athletics for $1,500. And that concludes the budget amendments. I know there was a lot there. Do you have any questions on the budget amendments?
I have a question regarding the increase for the bus purchases coming in higher than expected. When we purchase vehicles, do we not get a contract for a set amount when we buy a vehicle?
We do, but when I did the budget amendment previously, I just went back to old records. We didn't have anything in place.
Okay, so you didn't have an idea of what, okay.
No.
Yeah, because I just thought when you make a contract, you get it for a certain price, why would
Well,
they
we
increase it?
do, but there,
Yeah.
at the time, I was waiting to get approval just to put the money in.
Okay.
And we had no contracts or anything,
Okay, thank you.
yeah.
I have some question. My question is for learning,
Okay,
okay. On item A, it said, account R 5812, foundation entitlements. What's that account?
that's our state funding,
Okay,
what we get based on our ADA.
okay. Next question I have is, increase is in general appraisal district cost. What happened that the prices went up? Did we have a, yeah, go ahead.
Well, every year in January, they send us a new yearly cost, what they're going to charge us. So, I'm sorry, I didn't mean, that's when the payments start, January to January. We get it in November, December. And they are upgrading their software, and they have other costs that, anyway, they pass that on to the people they collect taxes for.
In other words, this is for the year past year, not the future.
No, it's the future, it's for the next 12 months.
Are we responsible for that, or?
Yes.
Every entity is responsible for that, or?
Every entity is charged based on their tax collections, and we are their largest tax collector, so we do bear the largest payment of everybody.
So it doesn't, individual person is not responsible for that cost, is it? In other words, householders and property owners,
Well,
they pass the buck around, or just to them?
no, they collect the taxes on our behalf.
I understand.
So they,
Maybe we're not clear. In other words, this cost, are we paying somebody to value our properties, then pay
Yes.
tax on it?
yes,
Okay, is this the amount of money we paid those people?
yes. We pay that amount quarterly. That's actually what I needed above what I already budgeted.
I understand, but how much was it the year before?
I will have to get that
Yeah.
to you. I don't know that off the top of my head.
Okay. And I had a couple other questions that was responded. Actually, you told me about the buses, purchasing
okay.
buses and all that.
Okay,
Okay, thank you.
you're welcome.
I think this is just a proper time. When we're looking at our buses, we're looking at safety for our children, and new buses are safer than older buses, particularly when they have high miles. We have
Yes.
buses that we're exchanging to get a good price on them when we exchange them for, and they have up to 180 miles, 180,000 miles. And so that's good for us to keep refreshing our buses and keep things safe for the students that ride those, and we have so many riding.
Right, the 5 yellow fleet buses that we're purchasing are replacing our 5 oldest ones, that all of them are over 12 years old. And they recommend every 10 years that you replace them.
Lisa, I want to make sure, clear my mind. This $20,000 goes to City of Nacogdoches Tax Department or the agent that takes care of our taxes?
The agent,
Okay,
the Central Appraisal District.
okay. Thank you.
Any other questions?
Coach, if you need maybe some more clarity, Mindy works on that committee at the appraisal district, and she probably could go in depth.
No, I better not open it wider than it is.
Mindy and the Reverend. Sir.
But I will get that answer for you on how much we pay a year.
I'm just curious because I know I pay taxes too. property tax, is gone up, and I'm responsible for it. So, because they send me a letter, they said, this is how much you have to pay. We get the same thing, right? Or somebody has to sit down and figure it out for us.
Well, they collect based on your property value and the tax rates that we determine. They collect taxes for you. So there is a staff, Central Appraisal District, they have a staff of people that appraise values and send out notices and collect the taxes and then distribute it to people like us.
Right.
We pay them to be our agent to collect taxes. And so, and I'm not sure if I'm being clear on that. So if we didn't pay them, we would have to hire somebody to do all that work.
Or we would do it ourselves.
Well,
Because there are some school districts that actually, they go through this process themselves, and they have a whole entity within their organization to read what the state comptroller has and then collect the information. So by doing this, we are not doing it internally. We, like many of the businesses in town that rely on this, have the comptroller's office and the NACDOT's process.
I think I'm getting mixed up with the delinquent tax that people collect for us.
Oh, yeah, no, that's something different.
This is
Yeah.
separate.
Yeah, that works. We have a relationship with Purdue Brandon.
Right.
And Purdue Brandon is working with that,
Right.
and that's completely opposite of this.
Okay, that was my thought. I said, we pay no more.
Oh, no. Oh, no, this has nothing to do with Purdue Brandon. And they're doing a marvelous job for us on that side of it.
I'm glad I asked for the second time.
Thank you. Donations under 2,500.
All right, so on page 24 is a detail on our donations under $2,500. Nettie Marshall received a book for each student from the St. Paul CME Church for the Backpack Buddy program. They also received vouchers to Walmart to purchase a pair of shoes and a jacket from First Baptist Church for the Backpack Buddy program. And then the high school athletics received cash of $1,004.89 from the, that is not correct. There's no such thing as athletic band boosters. I will have to get back to you on that one.
Well, band has their own booster club anyways.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's band or athletics, since it's
just band.
mixed.
It's band.
It's band?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the band received a donation of $1,004.89 to purchase drinks for their concession stand.
That makes sense.
Mr. President, may I go back, ask one more question concerning those vehicles?
Yes, sir.
Our vehicle have a GPS on it?
Pardon?
GPS on buses or vehicles that the school owns?
We have the Smart Tag
vehicles-
system.
Yeah.
The Smart Tag system, remember, we invested in the
Yes,
Smart Tag. And
That's
that
what it
system acts probably better than a GPS system, because as it's processing and going through, it will tell you, delays, it'll tell you what did it look like between stops.
Right.
The other thing is, because you're able to look at the whole route, then you basically have what's called breadcrumbs.
Yes.
And so wherever transportation and the staff can actually see where it's moving. So the Smart Tag system really works as that. Otherwise, you probably would have to invest
Yes.
in possibly some sort of a monitoring system. This is all-inclusive, where we're able to monitor the entire fleet.
Yes.
And not only will transportation does that, but we can do that and pass that on to the administration on the campuses, so that they can actually look at it. And it's also device-friendly when you're looking at it. So that's a great investment, great question, as well as looking at the Smart Tag system that we have.
Well, my question had to do with my past job. You travel with the athletic events, and your bus breaks down on the side of the road. That's what I'm asking. Not the bus routes, that's the traveling buses.
Yeah, I don't know I think we're relying on,
Yeah,
you have Life Buddy?
with the Smart Tag system.
Yes, sir.
When they scan on to do their pre-trip,
Right.
it gives us the live, where they're traveling to down the road.
Okay.
Even Dragon Express and those,
Yes, sir.
great, very good, thank you.
Good question.
Investment reports.
We continue to have good news on our investments. This past month, we earned $164,470 on our investments. And as usual, I want to point out that our bond investments continue to drop because we are spending our funds. So there's less to invest.
Any questions? All right. Office miscellaneous office reports.
Right, if you have any questions on those, I'll be glad to take them.
No questions? Purchases over 25,000?
Purchases. Sorry, let me get to that. All right, this is, we're jumping over the Chromebooks first?
Yes.
Okay, all right. All right, on page 79, we have the purchase for buses. They're purchasing 5 yellow buses, which are 78-passenger vans, at a cost of $143,200. A Dragon Express at a cost of $237,000, and a Baby Dragon at a cost of $97,950. The total budget impact is $1,050,950 for all of these buses. And you, other than the one bit of budget amendment that you did today, the funds were taken out previously out of fund balance.
Yes.
All I can say is when I go by the transportation center, these buses are going, doing work for this district, and that's good, particularly like we have these new sports like water polo, and all those kids arrive announcing they're from Nacogdoches wherever they go, including Houston.
Let's go back and I think it's G, Chromebooks.
That would be Mr. Martin.
It's Mr. Martin. Yeah.
Good afternoon, President Urban, members of the board, Dr. Trujillo. If I may direct your attention to page 73 in your board book, the administration is proposing to purchase 90 Chromebook computers and 3 charging cards for Nacogdoches High School to use for online testing. The budget impact is $40,449, and the budget that it will come out of will be ESSER 3. We'll be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Will that take care of all the student testing needs? I mean, then we've got them all in place since it all has to be online.
Well, every student already has
Right,
a
a Chromebook.
Chromebook issued to them, so these will be used as kind of spares, or if a student forgets theirs or it's not charged.
Oh, okay. Oh, students get to use their own for the test?
Yes, ma'am.
Huh, okay.
Okay, the license.
The license. The administration is proposing to renew our annual Microsoft software licenses for the district on devices. That includes any PC, laptop, servers in our closets, for a cost of $74,647.28 to be taken out of general fund. Again, this is an annual renewal of the Microsoft Office license.
Is there a chance that we do this yearly, right? That license is renewed?
Yes, sir.
Do the companies consider like giving you a longer-term license for less? I mean, if you do it for a longer time?
Not at this point. Actually, Microsoft has gone up on their license, and
Yeah.
they've changed their licensing structure. We used to be able to purchase as a school district what they used to call an A1
Yeah.
license agreement, which meant that for every license you purchase, you could also download a version of the license to a teacher's home computer. Well, they're no longer going to do that. So everything now is going to go to basically an online version of the product. But yes, sir, we have reached out to see if there was any better deals or any better packages that we could purchase as a district, and they're just not out there right now.
Thank you.
Just a point of clarification, this is the Microsoft 365 program. It's all web-based, and it maintains it. Matter of fact, we won't be able to find what we used to have before because everything in the industry has redefined itself, and it's web-based. And so now, with the suite, it's on Microsoft Office 365, which also serves as our email and all the things that we have in communication. So those days are long and gone as industries has changed with regards to the new technology that's out there. And it doesn't make any sense because it's as click as a button and you download and you're able to go. Matter of fact, a lot of our software doesn't even reside on our hard surface anymore. You're basically logging into your drive or anything out there in the web. So that's basically the new design.
I think this, this is just another wonderful real-life example of a lesson in economics called over the barrel.
Yeah.
You know, they have us over the barrel, we had no choice, so.
Okay, consideration of purchase district vehicles. Ms. Barbrick?
And I apologize, I stole Michael's buses. So this, we are purchasing two vehicles. The first vehicle is a Suburban from Lake County Chevrolet. It will be purchased using the buy board contract, and this vehicle will be the second vehicle housed at the District Support Center. The second vehicle is being purchased from Center Ford, and it's for a 2022 F-250 utility truck. And we stumbled upon this one because a school district had ordered this vehicle and they backed out, so we jumped on it. And so between the two vehicles, the budget impact will be $108,929.25.
Any questions?
All I can say is, if you can find a truck like we need at Close and help the local economy, that's a really good job, because there's nowhere else you can go to get it cheaper than that.
Okay, with that, we'll go to the audit engagement letter for 2022-2023. Ms. Barbrick?
Administration is recommending that we continue using Belt Harris Pahacek for our audit services for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2023, at an estimated cost of $55,725.
They do a good job.
I'm sorry, $68,023. I read you the current for the past audit. Yes, they do a good job.
Absolutely.
We're very happy with them.
Any other questions? Okay, Dr. Trujillo, the Fisher firm?
Yes, sir. What we're doing is continuing the relationship with our attorney, Kelly Karczynski, who has joined a Fisher firm as a special counsel with regards to the services that she's providing. We've elected to remain with her. She's worked really well with the district and continue to have that relationship with Kelly Karczynski and her firm here in town, so.
You guys satisfied with Kelly, aren't you?
The one thing I noticed, I just looked up Fisher Firm, and there's multiple Fisher firms in the state that include ones in Beaumont. We might want to be more specific, the Fisher Firm, local. or
Yeah, this
whatever.
one, Fisher firm is actually housed in
Silsby.
Silsby. That's the firm that it's out of Silsby.
It's out of where?
Silsby.
Oh, okay. So I thought it was the local Fisher, the lawyer.
Oh, yeah. No,
It's
no,
an
no, sir.
immigration.
So that might clarify it if we put that in there, so that in the future, when people look at that.
That's not a problem for anyone, is it? Okay,
No, but it might be good for clarification.
yeah.
Since there's, I do agree with that.
Okay, G, the order for calling Board of Trustee election at large, District 2 and District 3, May 6. Julia.
Yes, sir. Let me pull that document up. In accordance to the board policy and the Texas Education Code, the election for the Nacogdoches Independent School District Board of Trustees will be held on May the 6th, 2023. Early voting by personal appearance will be at the Nacogdoches County Courthouse Annex located at 203 West Main Street, beginning Monday, April 24th through Friday, April the 28th, 2023, from 8 a.m. To 5 p.m. daily, and on May 1st and May 2nd, 2023, from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. daily. The election day voting will be at the same location from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The board positions to be filled in the election are going to be trustee at large, position 5, incumbent Mr. Farshid Nirmand, and trustee District 2, position 4, incumbent Leabeth Apt, and trustee District 3, position 3, incumbent James Montoya. The first day to file for an application for the place on the ballot is January 18, 2023, and the last day to file for a place on the ballot would be February the 17th, 2023.
Let me encourage my colleagues, please file. Thank you. Mr. Montoya, do we need to add to your name 2 feathers?
Do you need to add my Native American name,
James,
Feather?
2 feather?
Well, that would be
Montoya?
nice. That would be very nice. I appreciate that.
All right. Thank y'all so much. Now we need to move to 3H, considering rescheduling the March meeting.
It's President Irving, it's a regular occurrence, so we, depending on where spring break falls, and so Nacogdoches ISD spring break is March 6th through the 10th, 2023, and traditionally, the March agenda review and regular board meeting are scheduled to the 4th week in the month, which would be on Monday, March the 20th, for agenda review, and Thursday, March 23rd, for the regular meeting.
Is it an option, could it be an option that we did the 27th and the 30th?
The issues we run into with regards to that is the financial reports. In order to allow the staff sufficient time to inform this board, we've got to think about not just the month prior, but the month following as well. So my recommendation is that we stick with the date that's there, only because as we move into the next date, we may wind up backing ourselves against the wall with regards to financial reports.
So this isn't changing the dates? This is what it was going to be to begin with? Is that what you're saying?
No.
We're
No,
changing it
We are
from-
changing it,
Yeah.
Oh,
because it would be the 17th
oh, gotcha.
or the 16th.
Okay. No, that's fine. I'm not going to be here for either of those meetings that week, but
Okay.
that's okay.
That's why I was asking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You good with that, Mindy?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay.
The one thing we might want to mention for people listening is that the spring break was chosen by the employees of the district. They set that date, and then we work around their desire, what they want, right?
Absolutely. The calendar's been adopted as a whole, not just spring break, but the entire calendar as a whole. Yes, sir.
I think SFA is the same.
Okay, everyone's good. The board will now conduct an executive closed session to discuss items posted on our agenda pursuant to the following provisions of the Texas Open Meeting Act and as allowed by Texas Government Code Section 551.071, 551.072, 551.074, and 551.129. No voting will take place in the closed meeting. Any action the board wishes to take as a result of discussion in closed session will take place after the board reconvenes in open session. It is now 12:31. We will not reconvene into open session before 1 o'clock. That's good. board is now reconvening into open session. And the time is 1:28. Are there any requests for future agenda items?
No, sir.
None? Okay.
I move that we adjourn.
I second.
It has been moved by Ms. Winslow, second by Ms. Apt, that we be adjourned. So be it.
I don't know why.